Welcome to today's class. Today I'll be talking about operations management. As you all know, operations management is very key in any organization. For an organization to be strategic or to be competitive in the market, it must embrace operations management. So we will begin by understanding what is operations and at the same time understanding what is management. So operations is that part of the organization which is concerned with the transformation that part of the organization that is concerned with the transformation of a range of inputs into the required outputs or services having the required quality level. So as you all know, operations involves three major components, and these components include inputs, we have the conversion process, and we have the output. What is management? So management basically is the process which combines the transformation of various resources into an operational subsystem of the organization, which leads to added value and added services that initially enable the organization to perform better using the policies that are within that organization. So what now is operations management? Operations management Operations management refers to the directing and controlling of processes that transform inputs into finished goods and services. So what are inputs? Inputs are anything that goes into the system and assists in the conversion process of coming up with the final product. For example, material is a type of input. Machines, labor, all those are inputs that are used to ensure the operation process begins. Conversion is the process of converting input into output, and we have the final products, which is the finished goods or services. Operation also is concerned with creating, operating, and controlling a transformation system that takes inputs and a variety of resources and produces outputs of the goods and services needed by the customer. So our main focus here is to ensure the customer is able to get the best in terms of goods and services, and therefore this will enable the customer to come again and again to your organization. This is because the customer believes in you. Having received quality goods, the customer will always have the confidence to come back again and again. So the other thing that I'm going to talk about today are the concept of operation management. Operation management can be viewed into two senses. We have the restricted sense and we have the broader sense. So what about the restricted sense? The restricted sense tends to equate operation management with planning, organizing and controlling of production processes, and the management of the interfaces with supporting functions, which are referred to as production or operational management. On the other side, the broader sense views organization management as a sphere that involves various organizational activities, from accounting to work studies to application to organization to the public and voluntary organization that leads the organization to ensure they are the best in terms of efficiency and effectiveness. So what are some of the objectives of operation management? The first objective is to ensure capacity utilization of resources such as capital. So remember, the organization has various resources, and these resources must be utilized to the best capability of the organization. Therefore, operation functions allows capacity utilization such as capital. It also ensures effective and efficient utilization of resources. Different organizations have different resources, and these resources can be divided into three. We have the financial resource, we have the physical resources, and we have the human resource. So operations management will allow you to be able to effectively utilize these resources to your advantage and to be competitive in the market. It also ensures proper monitoring of budgets. So you're able to monitor your budgets and know what you want at what particular time. Through this, therefore, it means at the end of the day, you'll be able to cut on your costs. It also ensures quality of output through relevant training of staff and regular machine repairs and maintenance. So you're able to train your staffs, normally referred to as continuous improvement of your staffs, by giving them relevant training on various issues concerning the organization and what is happening currently in the market. And you're able also to maintain your machines. And at the end of the day, your machines will be working optimally. The other thing is to achieve customer service delivery. You're able to achieve customer service delivery. Remember, one of the main focuses of being in business is to ensure that your customers are satisfied in the best way possible. So through operations management, you'll be able to deliver better services to your customer. And this will lead to better operational coordination in your organization. It also ensures the flow of materials, therefore leading to no breakdowns or very little breakdowns when it comes to operation management. So the other thing that we must talk about today is the transformation process in operations management. So operation management basically operates as a system, and this system is made up of three components, as we talked earlier. We have the inputs, we have the outputs, and we have the conversion process. And remember, all this must be complete when you have feedback from both the manufacturer side and the customer's side. So what is production system? Production system is a system whose function is to transform an input into a desired output by means of a process. And this process is what is called the production process. Therefore, when you are doing the conversion process, you need resources. And these resources can either be on the input side or the conversion side and the output side. So during this process, we have the inputs, and these inputs are normally the resources that are used to ensure that you are up and running and you are effectively doing your functions according to the plan organization. So there is a transformation diagram that shows all the inputs through a transformation process and the outputs. And this basically allows you to also give feedback on the inventory levels, the labor efficiency, and the sales volumes. So you're able to get information both from the organization and from the customer. And this information is what will make you improve on your production. So the other thing that we must talk about today is material management. What is material management? Material management is the aspect of management function which is primarily concerned with acquisition, control, and use of materials needed on the flow of goods and services connected to production process. And this is connected to the customer and connected to the various production processes that allows the organization to achieve its objective. So as you all know, organizations normally deal with materials. And the best way to manage your materials is to allow material management to take the front approach of ensuring that you have what it takes to ensure sustainability in your production. So one of the main objectives of material management is to allow minimization of material costs. Remember, anything that happens in the organization sometimes is costly. So material management will allow you to be able to minimize these costs and ensure you get your profits or your margins. It also allows the organization to be able to purchase, receive, transport, and store materials effectively and to reduce the related costs. So you're able to reduce the related costs when it comes to material management. It also allows you to cut down on cost through simplification and standardization, value analysis, and import substitution. So you're able to come up with a standard. And the standard basically means similarities. You're able to come up with products that are similar. product that the organization is going to use, one product. So you are able to reduce your variety reduction by coming up with a specific specification that will allow you to cut on your cost. You're also able to simplify even your processes when it comes to material management. The other thing is to trace new sources of supply and to develop cordial relationship. So through material management, you're able to coordinate with other departments, and therefore you will be able to increase the relationship between various departments, interdepartmental relationship. And this, remember, is very good for any organization that wants to achieve group goals. The other thing is to reduce investment and tied up inventory. So remember, inventory is considered a waste in any organization, and these wastes must be reduced at all costs. So material management will allow you to be able to reduce your cost in your organization, and you're able to get your return on investment. So remember, the only best practice in any organization is to ensure you have optimum inventory that will allow production to continue more smoothly. So what is the role of material management in the organization? The first role is material planning. So material management will allow you to plan. And remember, if you don't plan well, then it means you are also planning to fail. So material planning basically involves setting up the consumption standards in your organization and the various departments that are within the organization. By so doing, you will be able to reduce your costs and at the same time increase your profit margins. Material management also allows you to be able to schedule. So you're able to schedule your production, and at any given time, you are able to continuously produce goods and services that will be able to reach the customer whenever they need them. This also involves the actual delivery against the schedule and taking up special actions for expediting in case of shortfalls. The other thing is inventory control. Remember, material management can only be successful if we have inventory control. And we have various types of inventory depending on the stages of which products are. For example, in the input stage, we have raw materials. In the conversion stage, we have the work in progress. And in the finished stage, we have the finished products. And we also have other consumables and repairs. The other thing is that it also integrates the activity of planning, scheduling, and controlling from design through production, including delivery to the customer. So with the material management, the customer is guaranteed of better materials and better services in the end of the day. It also facilitates production activities, and this allows continuous production in the organization and no downtime of machines. It also leads to cost reduction through avoiding payments of idle labor and avoid obsolete surplus. So you are able to avoid idle labor. So you are only paid for what you've worked for. And the machines must be maximally utilized to ensure the best and the interest of the organization is taken care of. Thank you for listening. And in case you have any questions, feel free to send a message, or you can also WhatsApp me, or you can also send an email to my email address on your dashboards. Thank you for listening.